and a very warm welcome. I am Ruchi Sharma. We have got you all the latest news and updates from the blockchain technology world. But first, let's take a look at the headlines. Cryptocurrencies rebound, tracking higher US stocks, Bitcoin above $19,000. Sitharaman urges IMF MD for global regulation of crypto assets. Fed Vice Chairman Brainard calls for specific regulations related to cryptos. SEC Chairman Gansler pushes with crypto enforcement, says a report. NBA to develop NFT-based fantasy basketball game with Sorare. Former Revolut employees raise $78 million for a Web3 energy startup. Gaming firm Gameplay Galaxy raises $12.8 million in seed funding. Crypto lender Nexo introduces spot and margin trading platform. Cryptocurrencies edged higher Thursday on higher risk appetite after US stocks indexes climbed the most in roughly a month as investors were comforted by Federal Reserve official statements. Key US stocks indices climbed to 1 to 2.1% Wednesday, snapping a 7-day losing streak after Treasury yields and oil prices fell. Yield on 10-year Treasury note fell below 3.3%, halting a rally towards multi-year highs, while crude markets dropped to over 7-month lows. Fed Vice Chairman Brainard warned about the risk of interest rates going too high, although she also reassured markets that the central bank would continue fighting inflation for as long as needed. Elsewhere, Loretta Mester said that she doesn't expect the US economy to fall into recession, but risks of that happening are rising. However, investors continue to bet on the Federal Reserve continuing with its aggressive rate hikes, with Fed fund futures factoring in a 76% change of the central bank hiking its rate by 75 basis points at its meeting later this month. Bitcoin was recently trading at around $19,300, up over 2.5% in the past 24 hours. ETH, the second biggest cryptocurrency, was around $1,630, up nearly 4.5% in a similar time span. All other major altcoins were seen higher. Nirmala Sitharaman, the Union Finance Minister, urged the International Monetary Fund to play a lead role on the regulation of crypto assets and defining a globally coordinated approach on the issue. It was raised during a meeting with the IMF Managing Director Kristalina Georgieva in New Delhi on Wednesday. Georgieva met Union FM to discuss India's upcoming G20 presidency and IMF's support to India for the presidency. Sitharaman had, during the spring meetings of the IMF and World Bank in April, called for a global framework to regulate cryptocurrencies, warning of risk pertaining to money laundering and terror financing for all countries. She flagged that no country could handle these risks alone, and these could only be regulated when countries come on board together. Federal Reserve Vice Chairman Brainard called for a new set of regulations to deal with cryptocurrencies, even though the digital asset market bore similar risks to traditional finance. Speaking at the Clearinghouse and Bank Policy Institute 2022 annual conference on Wednesday, Brainard said, given the unique characteristics of crypto, there's a need for creating clear regulatory guardrails. The Fed Vice Chairman also reiterated the risk of stablecoins in her speech, predicting that there will be a lot more of such tokens created by the private sector in the future. She questioned whether the central bank should issue its own central bank digital currency. Gary Gansler, chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission, continues to consider most crypto assets to be securities and crypto trading platforms to be securities exchanges. According to a Barron's report, Gansler, in response to crypto industry's pushback on regulation, continued to battle for registration of crypto projects and exchanges with the SEC. Not liking the message isn't the same thing as not receiving it, Gansler was reported to be saying in a written speech. The crypto industry and its allies in government have shot back at Gansler over what they have called regulation by enforcement. The National Basketball Association will create a fantasy basketball game based on digital collectibles in collaboration with the European non-fungible token platform Sorare. The American Basketball League and its players' union, the National Basketball Players Association, announced a multi-year partnership with the Paris-based company. In the fantasy game, players will be able to build a team of NFT-based collectibles that represent NBA superstars and score points based on how they will perform in real life. The game will be made available in October 2022-2023. Alan Chang, a former Revolut chief revenue officer, and Charles Orr, another former Revolut employee, created Tesseract, a Web3 energy firm which has raised a $78 million investment. Tesseract has secured $30 million in traditional stock, with the remaining amount coming from the sale of its native token. Venture capital firms Balderton, Lakestar SL, Low Carbon, Ribbit Capital, Box Group, and former Formula One racer Nico Rosberg are among the backers of the round. Gameplay Galaxy, a developer of web-based racing and sports games, raised $12.8 million in a seed funding round to increase the number of its decentralized competitive games. The company plans to use the seed funding to grow its blockchain-based gaming ecosystem and to hire more employees. The funding round was led by Blockchain Capital. Other investors in the funding round included Merit Circle, Come to Us, Mr. Labs, Solana Ventures, Yield Guild Games, and Hustle. Galaxy's gaming ecosystem allows users to purchase and sell racetracks and other character-related gaming assets as NFTs on a decentralized market. Players get paid after winning races. Cryptocurrency lender Nexo has launched a trading platform to provide spot, futures, and margin trading to retail customers. The trading platform, known as Nexo Pro, will pool liquidity from more than 10 different trading venues and market makers to reduce order slippage or the change in price between the time an order is placed and the time it is executed. When a market order is placed into a region of low liquidity, slippage happens, resulting in fluctuations in the average price. That's all in the bulletin for now. This is Ruchi Sharma signing off. Do like, share, and subscribe to 3.0 TV. Have a great day.